Do you know what kind of a parent you are? What is your parenting style? Are you also aware what kind of parent you had? If yes, do you know how you are impacting your children? If yes, do you also know how your parents impacted you? Hi, my name is Jyotika Bedi. I'm the founder of Happiness is Love. Let's find out in this video the profound impact of parenting and how sometimes when parenting is not done right, it has some harmful impact. From physical and emotional weaknesses to destructive behaviors, the cycle takes a toll on everyone's lives. When dealing with an unaware parent, one has the option to part ways. But what happens when the relationship or your toxicity stems from a parent? A toxic parent, whether knowingly or unknowingly, has the potential to wreak havoc on a child's life. No judgment on the parents. This destructive influence manifests in physical, mental, and emotional weaknesses. An emotionally vulnerable child may develop an inferiority complex, have low self-esteem, leading to deep-rooted insecurities. Consequently, this cycle continues as the insecure child grows into a toxic adult. And the cycle then just continues. Insecurity breeds dependence on others and dependence on substances, fostering more abusive behaviors towards oneself and others. The resulting behavioral problems have a detrimental impact on not only their own lives, but also the well-being of those around. And that's why I'm so passionate about parenting done right. Number one, overcritical parents. Parents who constantly criticize their children in a negative manner lead to inferiority conflicts and turn insecurity. A parent needs to be like a good coach who constantly finds the balance between correction and praise. And if this is not done in a caring manner, constantly correcting a child and punishing a child, this can be very, very harmful for the child. Number two, physically and emotionally abusive parents. Physical abuse goes much beyond slapping a child once in a while. Toxic parents can become both verbally and emotionally abusive, which includes belittling, insulting the child, making them feel small or humiliating them in public, and manipulating the child to achieve selfish motives. Such behavior can be very, very harmful. Number three, labeling. Many times parents label their children as stupid, idiot, dumb, duffer, useless. If a child keeps listening to such labels, he or she begins to become that. He or she feels that because the parent knows more than they do, if the parent keeps repeating such negative labels, the child starts to live it and believe them that this is true. Labels stick for life, and when the child grows up, they'll make sure to prove them right. Number four, making unfair comparisons. I see this in my professional experience, comparisons between siblings. Many times we see parents telling their children, how come your brother is a doctor and you're not? Your sister is so smart and you're not? How come the neighbor's son is an accountant and earning and you're not? The question is, do they have to be? I think we all agree certain basic education is a minimum requirement for all of us, regardless of our area of interest and our aptitude. But beyond the basics, one should be encouraged to pursue one's area of interest and passion. Only then we all will bloom and will our children bloom. Number five, constant quarrels amongst parents. Where kids constantly see their parents bickering and fighting, they start feeling insecure. Mature parents, even if they disagree, they don't keep contradicting each other in front of their children. They are aware, they are mindful of how they fight, how they disagree. Healthy disagreements are good, but parents should always present a united front because you're one team. Number six, too strict or too lenient parents. Parents who are too strict stifle the growth of their children. They don't let the child's personality bloom. Number six, too strict or too lenient parents. Parents who are too strict stifle the growth of their children. They don't let the child's personality bloom. They are controlling and they are overcritical. The child is always scared of violating the rules and shrinks and shirks in punishments. Such an environment can be very, very stressful and emotionally disturbing to the child. Number 7, too lenient parents. There are parents who are going through life as a popularity contest. They are only looking for popularity from their children, vicariously living their dreams for their parents. Hence, they don't have the guts to say no to their children. They don't realize that discipline is an act of love, and we can discipline with love and kindness. What is discipline in childhood? It is correction with love and kindness. You need both. You need kindness and you need firmness. There are only two relationships in life that care to correct. The world punishes. Only parents and teachers care to correct. The world, is a cruel place, but correct with love. Number 8, over-friendly parents. Many parents take pride in saying, I'm a friend to my child. You can be a friendly parent, but be a parent first. Hence, these parents go along with their children for whatever they want, whatever are their whims and their dreams and their desires, without giving them any direction. They need to understand that kids have enough friends. You can be a friendly parent. They need a parent first. We should give choices to our children, but choices without direction are self-destructive. What can you do when dealing with a parent who is not aware and is toxic sometimes? While you cannot change someone else's behavior, setting healthy boundaries and limiting the interactions that you have with your parents can serve you. It can also help you take charge and control into situations where you feel out of control and feel some power where you may have felt powerless before. As an adult, I understand you may still be influenced or overwhelmed by your parents. We all do. You may even feel like you're waiting for someone to give you permission to escape from that influence. It happens to some of us. Here's the thing. You are that person who can grant yourself that permission. You can give yourself the love that you did not receive. You are that person who can decide to change and take back your power. And you can start as early as today by making a plan. And I know this is difficult, but it is not impossible. Healthy boundaries. One of the best places to start is to start setting healthy boundaries. A boundary is what? It is simply an invisible line that you set for yourself and that you do not allow someone to cross. You know what you're okay with and what you're not okay with. This may be a physical boundary or an emotional boundary, and exactly where that boundary is drawn is completely up to you, and it can be done with love and respect. What do you need to do? Be straightforward with the boundaries you define and don't leave them up for misunderstanding or misinterpretation. While your parent may not be happy being told what to do, in fact, pushing beyond your limits is likely one of the ways that they will push you. However, they will lose the ability to push you too much. The ability to push you past your breaking zone, because you would have defined clearly what are your boundaries. Make sure that you communicate your boundaries clearly, openly, and consistently. Stick to your guns. It's okay to say no to your parents if they have gone too far. At the same time, stay calm and resist blaming and getting overly defensive. This happens to most of us. Some parents are not aware, and this is why you need to do the hard work of communicating your boundaries. Continuously check in with yourself. Ask yourself, are your parents respecting your boundaries? If not, you may need to come up with a plan B. Even if it means limiting contact for some time, you can do this because you need to protect your peace. You need to prioritize your mental health. Healing is an ongoing process. It's important to take the time to think about your childhood experiences and how they have shaped you. Sit with those difficult feelings. Acknowledge them, accept them, have tea with them. Think about how it made you feel. Think about how now you need to change so that you can be a part of your healing. You might find it helpful to write down your feelings or talk to a trusted family member or even a counselor, because what happened to you was not your responsibility. Healing is your responsibility. For some, this process is too overwhelming. You don't have to embark on this path of healing alone. We at Happiness is Love are here for you. Consider making an appointment with a licensed mental health professional to get some ideas to start, and we can help you. And if you do see certain behaviors coming out in your own parenting, then again, you are not alone. Try these tips that I have shared with you, and another tip that the experts have shared in Brown University. Start by making a list of things you want to change, a simple list. Right next to each behavior, the way you would like to behave, feel instead, because believe me, this is about you bringing back your power. Prioritize the list if you want, and then choosing a behavior to start with. Next, practice your desired behavior in place of the one that you want to change, because nothing will change until you change. Once you feel you've mastered one behavior, you can then move your way down the list and attack all the others. Because like I said, you have the power to change. What about co-parenting with a toxic parent? So maybe you didn't grow up with a toxic parent, but you have to work with one to bring up your children. Impossible, right? Sounds very difficult, right? In this situation, there are unique challenges for both you and your children. I feel you. I hear you. Expect things to be difficult. Expect that there will be some headache, but also remember that you make up half of the equation and that you have the power over how things progress as time goes by. So you focus on your part and things you can do to show up. You must come up with ways to advocate for your children and set those healthy boundaries for yourself and your children, all while having to maintain a working relationship with your toxic ex. I know it is hard. Try your best to focus on your health, on your well-being, on your happiness. Remind yourself that you are your own person. You have power over your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions and how you show up. You can change how you behave and how you react, and you can set those limits for your children and lead by your example, and also set limits for interactions between your children and your ex. So some strategies that might help you, I've curated for you. Setting up a legal parenting plan. That way you will have things in writing that you both must follow. No guilt tripping or manipulating can change what's written by the courts. Working through court-appointed mediators. This is very useful. If you're running into issues time and again, take the fight out of your hands and get help that you truly deserve. Get help from higher authorities. You don't have to do this alone. Plus, this way you have clear documentation of exactly what is done and said. Showing your kids some extra empathy. Your children are likely taking the brunt of the toxicity. Try the best you can to assure them that they are in safe space with you, and give them the tools, the techniques that they need to find this safety when they are around you, because you have the power. What would you like to change? I want to ask you about yourself to be a better parent. Please tell us in the comment below, because we at Happiness is Love truly believe the only way to build a better world is to build better parent-child bonds, and it starts with you and it starts with me. And if you're struggling, you're not alone. We at Happiness is Love truly care, and we are here to help you be better, do better, learn better, dream more, and keep smiling.